Yo, welcome back to another video of the Materwelon Madness series. Today we're gonna talk about something extremely awful, the kind of thing that just causes pain. We're gonna speak on Mason Greenwood. Now I imagine that's a name you haven't heard in a while, or maybe even never, in case you don't even keep up to date with soccer or anything like that. So let's start at the beginning. Mason Greenwood was a soccer player playing for the club Manchester United in the Premier League. He was a promising youngster until he was accused of sexual assault and by his ex-girlfriend, which essentially ruined his career. Now I'm, I guess, a bit of a soccer fan, like I watch some games and keep up to date with my favorite team, but I'm not exactly like a huge fanatic. However, even I became aware of this issue. That's how big this entire Mason Green situation really was. And after allegedly being exposed, he was jailed and suspended from playing in the league until further notice, and subsequently bailed out at some point and is awaiting his trial as we speak. Now the reason this is so important to bring up now is when he allegedly got exposed and afterwards arrested, a lot of evidence leaked, specifically an audio recording of him forcing himself onto his girlfriend. Now I can't show this without risking being struck down, obviously, so I will leave a link to the audio in the description, but what I can show you are some early signs of his strange behavior towards women, like this in this clip from TikTok.
Let's go home so we can fuck. Trying to touch his dick.
Yeah.
And then he just did.
So now you are aware that there's a lot of alleged proof and an alleged audio recording of him. I do believe in innocent until proven guilty, but for him to be innocent, this would have had to be an insane and unbelievable setup. Just because of the fact that there's all these like actual recordings where it's clearly his voice. Like from my point of view, obviously it would suck if this really all turned out to be fake, but from my point of view the chances of this guy being guilty are like 90%, so pretty damn high. That's cause now there's this thing with these prominent youngster soccer players. I guess I should be saying football, cause this video might be more appealing to British people, but then again, who cares? If y'all can't stand me saying soccer, I guess you're gonna have to deal with it. Anyway, a bunch of these youth talents get caught up in all the fame, glory and high life of their own hype and become horrible people in the process, cause they will entirely lose their grounded connection to reality. It turns some of them into monsters like Mason Greenwood allegedly. And the reason we gotta address this again today is cause if you have been following soccer at all for the past year, you will know that the club Manchester United, where Greenwood was playing, had a terrible season. It was definitely not up to standard for the fanbase of this club, and these quote-unquote fans, after just living through a horrible season, started coming in on Twitter complaining about Mason Greenwood being absent from the team. And I'ma just read you some of these tweets, because they are really awful and they can be summarized in two categories. 1. That this guy is innocent, we want him back, people. I miss you, Mason Greenwood, bring back my boy. Mason Greenwood, crying emoji. This would be the perfect time for Mason Greenwood to shine. He's a world-class striker and the best in the Premier League. Every soccer fan misses this boy. Now the thing that's the most infuriating about this is when I talked about the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff, at least then Michelle Dawa actually faced backlash on Twitter already for her stupid takes on Johnny Depp, while here these tweets have hundreds of likes with so much support, which is really sickening to me. Like, I know you guys had a bad season, but do you really want an alleged abuser with a bunch of alleged proof stacked up against him to save your season? Like, for example, I would rather have the team I support, I don't know, finish dead last in the table than winning the league with a team full of like Bill Cosby-esque people. But maybe that's just me. Mason Greenwood owns Manchester City. He's outstanding, he's amazing, he's world class, he's just the best, he's innocent. Hashtag bring back Mason Greenwood, hashtag justice for Mason Greenwood, hashtag free Mason Greenwood. Wow, how can you be this sure this guy is innocent with all this evidence against him? Like, I'd be okay with you saying I doubt the validity of this evidence, but how can you straight up say he's innocent, no questions asked? You're pathetic, and again, how does this have 125 likes and 15 retweets? Now the second group of people are the forgiving people, arguably the more evil kind of people. Will Mason Greenwood ever be forgiven? See, my problem with this is you are essentially saying that you believe the accuser and think Mason Greenwood actually violated her. And if you believe that, how can you ask for forgiveness like 2 months after he did the thing? Like, what do you mean you would have also forgiven EDP after just 2 months? And been like, yeah, he changed, he became a more mature person, he grew from that, we should let him get back. Also, like, in my opinion, Mason Greenwood isn't even like a game-changing player. Like, even if he was featured in every Manchester United game this season, they still would have had a bad season overall. Mason Greenwood deserves a second chance, so this person is also admitting that they do in fact believe Mason Greenwood is guilty. Because otherwise they would have treated something like Mason Greenwood did nothing wrong. And they seriously wanna give him a second chance now. Like, to a certain extent, I believe in second chances, but not after only a couple of months. Like, he needs to spend years in jail for what he allegedly did, if he really ended up doing it. My club should swallow their pride and let Mason Greenwood back to full training. He didn't kill someone. Oh, he didn't kill someone. That's where we draw the line. So you're saying anyone could go ahead and assault your family and or molest your kids and you still support them? As long as they didn't kill anyone? Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. Look, I'ma just have to say it again, we need to wait for the trial results and the official evidence. Before that, there's zero chance he'd even be allowed back on the pitch, which is understandable, to be honest. Luckily, their coach, Erik ten Hag, really said it best. Let's wait for the judgment. If he's proven innocent, he would definitely get a place in my team. He's an exceptional talent who can play on the left wing, right wing, center forward and false 9. I agree with his take so much. Now obviously this is the manager of a billionaire backed club. He obviously can't go out there and say, yeah, Greenwood violated his goal. But this statement, even though it has some hints of PR in it, it still makes the most sense to me. Like, yeah, we should wait for the trial before we jump to any rush conclusions. Speaking of conclusions, the thing I want to emphasize in this video is it is better to lose as a team of honest people than try and win with an elite player who has the personality of a human garbage can and did horrible things. You, as a Manchester United fan or just a soccer fan in general, you don't need to give Mason Greenwood a second chance if he really ended up doing all this stuff. I mean, we don't even know if he's even guilty yet. We should just await the trial and make our conclusions from there. That is literally not only the smartest thing we can do, but also basically the only thing we can do, which wouldn't be completely ridiculous. Anyway, that's all I got for today. See ya.